I want to tell you guys about how God used me to save a squirrel's life. So, the other day, I had a dream that I was driving, and it was like a warfare dream. It was like they literally sent me something in a dream and tried to make me crash and didn't work. And I was driving in the dream, and there was a cat in the middle of the road. And usually I would be like, oh my gosh, a cat, like swerve. But I didn't do that. Like I literally just said, oh, a cat. And I just watched the cat leave, right? And it was sitting in the middle of the road. It wasn't like crossing. It was just sitting in the middle of the road. And then when I stopped, it left, right? And I drove off. But 3 days after that, I was driving back from the grocery store. And as I was driving back, it was a little bit dark outside. And I heard a boom under my car thing. And I'm driving and I started like panicking. I'm like, God, I think I ran over an animal. And then I started feeling so bad. And then God was like, Stephanie, if you want to go check, go check. I said, okay, I'm going to go check. Because my conscience, I'm like, if I ran over the animal, I want to at least go back and see the animal and see what it is. And maybe I can do something. Maybe I can move it out the road or something. But I was so hurt. I'm like, I need to see if I really hit an animal. Like my heart was like, so I drove all the way back. I couldn't do a U-turn. So I had to drive all the way to the end of the road, which is like the next intersection. And I had to circle around, drive all the way back. And then I had to go close to the grocery store again and drive back on that same street, you know, so I don't miss anything. And I put on I looked more. I put on the headlights a lot brighter. And I was looking. And I didn't see nothing in the middle of the road. There was nothing there. There was nothing there, one. And on top of that, there being nothing there was like nothing to indicate to me that like a part in the sidewalk to let me know, hey, you may have hit this instead. It was just like boom, and there was nothing there. There was nothing there in the road, okay? Nothing. There's no hole, no nothing. I'm like, how did that thump even happen? There's no animal there, so how did that thump even happen? There's no hole in the ground. So I drove and I went home, but my conscience was clean. I was like, hey, good, I didn't hit the animal. I felt so good. And then, so a guy wanted me to check, so I didn't go to bed feeling bad about something, or so I had to go check. But then when I got home, right, I went to bed the next day. I was on my way to the plaza where the grocery store is again, and as I'm driving on the opposite side of the road now, and I'm on my way there, and I just saw this squirrel running across the street, and I slowed my car down, right? And I slowed my car down. Why is it the squirrel saw my car? And when he saw my car and my car slowed down, he stopped in the middle of my car. He looked at me, and then he made a U-turn and went back onto the sidewalk, right? Let me tell you something. If the squirrel would have kept going, he would have got hit by the car coming, because it's the same lane, but there's two lanes in the same lane, same direction, right? So there was cars actually speeding, and my car actually slowed down. So had the squirrel not stopped in front of my car, he would not have had the idea to turn around and go back on the sidewalk. He would have just kept going if it was somebody else. I'm like, what's the odds God used me to stop my car, and the squirrel looked at me, and then he chose to go back on the sidewalk, right? It was so crazy. And then that same day, I'm driving home again, and this is another street, and for some reason, this orange cat, actually it wasn't the same day, it was a couple days after, this orange cat just started running across the street. When he saw my car, he felt comfortable because the cat was there and he wasn't running, and as soon as my car came, I slowed down a bit and he felt comfortable to run. I'm like, what is it with these animals? I'm like, God is using me to help these animals cross the street, because I was like, I don't know. It was just so crazy, because the night before I saw the squirrel, I did think I ran over something. So I feel like because of that, I was more cautious, right? And God was trying to show me, I think God was basically trying to say that had I not been there, the squirrel would have got ran over, because the cars were going really fast on the other side. And remember, the day before, I heard a lump in the road, a boom, and there was no holes, nothing in the road to even indicate to me that I ran over something to make that noise to begin with. So I was like, what the heck? So then the next day I helped the squirrel go back onto the other side of the street. So I don't know. Yeah, I wanted to share. I think it was so cute. I wanted to share that. But I love you guys so much. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.